Words versus actions. We have to take another look and re-examine specifically what people are referring to as opposed to when you say watch someone's words versus their actions. But before we get into that, give me the three freebies. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host for the Family Fair Podcast, The Spencer Perspective, and we have work to do. Let's get to it. Yeah, I've I fell into it too as well too when my words didn't match my actions and my actions did not match my words. We fell into that situation so many times as well too, and it confuses us because we know that this person says that they love us, but their actions doesn't show that they love us, but they sure do love to say that they sure do love us, but their actions again are showing that they don't love us in real time. I'll break it down in three different ways, three different situations in which, like, you got to watch words versus actions. So these are three different situations. So one relationship, I had a woman that called me outside of my name. Now, as I say that as a black man, you should understand specifically which word I'm referring to. I told her on multiple occasions that I'm not comfortable with that idea. Please don't call me outside of my name again. So we were enjoying our day, and we got into a little bit of a snafu. It wasn't even an argument. It was just like a small disagreement. Outside my name again immediately. And I noticed that. And at that point in time, I was actually kind of self-aware to understand that that actually means that she really doesn't respect me. Because inside my own home, you will call me outside of my name. And when I asked you and addressed it very healthily, please don't do that again, you would turn around and do that literally not minutes later. So at that point in time, I kindly asked her to leave my apartment, which she left, but she didn't understand why I did it. And that changed the definition of our relationship for the rest of the time we were together. I enacted boundaries. Her words didn't match her actions. It wasn't like it wasn't because like I asked her to do it in a very nasty way. I spat at her or I barked at her. No, I said, please don't call me that. I don't operate that way. I don't tolerate that. And she still called me that anyways. Another situation. This is my own situation. So words have to match your actions. So there was somebody I was with. This was I think maybe 3, 4 years ago, and every time there was a situation, anytime something went wrong, instead of me being emotionally responsible to hold the situation in my own hands, be able to craft a response, a solution, I would just consistently break up with the woman. And I did that so many times while still saying that I love her, while still saying that I wanted to be with her, that it came to be a point in time in head where I thought I can break up with her again because I don't like what she's doing. Instead of me trying to solve it, I was trying to punish her by trying to take away the relationship, which isn't healthy. My words did not match my actions, and she punished me for sure. She broke up with me, told me that she forgive me, wanted to solve the situation, but told me that she can't be with me anymore due to the fact that instead of me solving the situation, I keep giving her relationship insecurity, which is one of the reasons to not be in a relationship. Insecurity is something that you don't want to be in a relationship for. We get into a relationship with somebody for security, not the other way around. So I had to eat that. I eat it to this day. But everything happens for a reason. I'm kind of happy that it happened because at least I know when I find someone else that's more worthwhile, this is my cue to you, baby doll. Mwah. But once I find somebody that's worthwhile, you got to fight that good fight. You can't be just trying to break up with someone just because something doesn't work. You got to find a way to work together. My words didn't match my actions. I kept on breaking up even though I wanted to be with her instead of me solving the situation. And as such, the relationship is no longer together. Here's another situation where the words don't match the actions. So, a woman I was dealing with, I I don't get into a relationship with women that don't ask me to be in a relationship with them. The reason being is because I can ask you like it's nothing because as a man you have to ask. But if the woman asks me, I at least know there may be a relationship there. No woman will ask a man for a relationship she don't want to be in a relationship with. But as men, we ask for relationships from women, and sometimes you don't want to be in a relationship with her, or sometimes like you don't know what she's thinking, you don't know what's on her mind. So for you to expose yourself, she can take that information and just misuse it, which it gets misused more so than used in this day and age. But that goes both ways for men and for women. But If so for some reason the man is able to, get that words from a woman gave me those words. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now, being that she's using the words, I want to be in a relationship with you. All right, great. Her actions in the beginning were not indicative of that. So I'm like, all right, well, let me watch her actions. Here are three situations that let me know that she was not serious about a relationship. One, she asked me, well, she didn't ask me, she practically told me that she was getting a side girlfriend. And, I was pretty much had to be on board with it or, kind of work through it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm patient enough. I don't mind it because, I support that. I support it. But then I'm looking at it the other way around. What if I just tell a woman I'm getting a side boyfriend? What? Are you kidding me? Heads will roll. But I'm like, all right, you know what? I can work with that. Just as long as our relationship is very secure, very stable. The woman understands that she's coming into your and I relationship, not the other way around. You know? Another situation, on a consistent basis, I host a social group. And if you're gonna be with somebody that hosts a social group, doesn't it make sense to spend your time with them during their meetings, their events? During my events, for some reason, she will always have plans outside of the events and then try to make it to my event after the fact, 2 or 3 hours later, which is good and grand. But the worst part about it is that the majority of my events are 3 to 4 hours. So you're not getting the amount of time that you need to have if you're going to be at the event. But there was also this one day where she told me she was coming to my event. I'm like, all right, great. So, if you say you're coming to my event, I'm not going to check up on you. I'm trusting your words at that. She doesn't hit me up the whole night. My event ends around maybe 11:30, 11:15ish. I head home. I'm home by midnight. I wake up the next morning. I receive a text from her at 2 o'clock in the morning, letting me know that she just made it home. Now, she didn't give me a reason why she didn't make it, nor did I ask her. What am I going to do? Whatever the situation was, she's not going to tell me the truth. At the same time, you know, that's not indicative of a woman that wants to be in a relationship. If you're out till 2 o'clock in the morning, come on now. During that time frame, if you're going to be in a healthy relationship with a man that respects himself will not deal with a woman that likes to hang out late at night by herself. Now, with me, yeah, you can hang out with the big G for sure. You can hang out with me all you want. That's how it goes. But to be without your man and you're out late at night, that to me tells me you're not serious about a relationship. Another situation. She went to a party and then came back to me. The way how she was dressed at that party, she never dressed for me. You know how you say you dress to the 9s? She was dressed to the 11s, and usually she was only at a 6 or a 7 for me. So what that told me was that she was looking to attract someone else because she doesn't dress that way for me. You want to be in a relationship with me. My attraction is the attraction you're supposed to be searching for. But the way how she was dressed, she never dressed that way. We went on plenty of dates. And the way how she was dressed, when she came to me, it turned me off. The reason why it turned me off is because I'm self-aware as a man to understand that if a woman dresses way more sexier for other people than she does for you, you ain't got nothing. That ain't your woman. The way how she came to me, and she, professionally speaking, in a professional world, she was a night lady, the way how she was dressed. She's never dressed that way for me. So for you to come from that party, and you went to other parties, but for you to come from that party, then come to me dressed this way, all that tells me is you are looking to get attention, comments from others. Women do not comment each other that much at parties. So she's looking for men to address her. The way how she was dressed. She's bearing it, leaving not much for me to think about. So did the words match the actions? They did not. So with that being said, I promptly let her go. And I let her know that based upon your words and your actions, they're not really meshing from what you're saying that you want. So I had to, leave that be. But that's just what it means. If the words are not matching the actions, you cannot make excuses for someone. You have to protect what you want as much as they want to protect what they want. And they want to mutually do that with you in a relationship. You're protecting each other. If someone does something on a consistent basis where the action jeopardizes the relationship constantly, but their words are reassuring of the security in the relationship, then you have to let the relationship go. I'm going to say that sentence just one more time. If the person's actions jeopardize or challenge your relationship in an unhealthy fashion on a consistent basis, but their words are reassuring of the security in a relationship, that is an unhealthy relationship and you have to let it go. Hopefully this helps. This is you becoming better. I'm getting better. We all are. This is the From the Fit podcast, and I'm out.